Hello, welcome back. Looks like Top Gun Maverick is getting closer because we're getting more and more content. This time, Top Gun Maverick Featurette, the most intense film training ever. Let's see what they did.
3, 2, 1, fight off.
Okay, here we go. Top Gun Maverick Featurette, most intense film training ever in 2022. Let us play. Oh, and if you get triggered because I stop a lot, go watch and then come back. Because people get triggered.
We are cleared into the area. Verify cameras are on.
Hey, that's pretty cool. So check that out. I actually like those gloves. Those are Wiley X, which I'm not endorsing, but these are just the gloves that we wear. They're Navy. I started them in the Navy and then we got them in the Air Force, but I'm a big fan of these gloves. But he's in the back seat. If there's any doubt, you can see it in his visor that he is in the back seat with all the IMAX cameras. I don't know why anybody expected anything different. And people have asked, are clear visors normal? Yes, clear visors are normal, usually at night, but on a cloudy day, I guess you could. They're just doing it so they can see his face. The reason you'd have the clear visor is if you didn't want to have some kind of tint, but you need the visor down because low level, you have to have your mask on, visor down, or for bird strike or whatever, ejection, wind blast, all that stuff. Anyway, we've already covered a couple things before, so let us begin or continue.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Here comes some G's.
All right, so obviously the L-39 stuff was sped up, but I mean, cool shot. Those guys, Cinejet, did a really good job, I think, on this film. So I think it's going to be awesome.
There's 5 Gs.
6 G's.
7 Gs.
It's hard for me to get excited about that because I pulled 9 Gs, but yeah, 7 Gs is pretty cool. Now, granted, this is a single-seat Super Hornet, so it's obviously not Tom Cruise. It's just some random dude that they got to film it. But really cool shots, really cool cinematography. It's awesome that they put him in the backseat of these jets, too.
All right. That was awesome.
Yeah. Okay. This has been asked a lot. There are no flyable F-14s in the United States. They did refurbish an F-14, but it's not flyable. So, and then there was also a April Fool's joke about an F-14 Tomcat that was going to do a demo profile, but that's not true. So this is obviously not real. So there you go. And I'm not hating. I'm really excited about this movie, but people want to know what's real, what's not.
I wasn't ready to make a sequel until we had a special story worthy of a sequel.
Worthy.
And until technology evolved so we could delve deeper into the experience of a fighter pilot.
You did that in the first one. What's the problem?
The first movie.
Okay, so that's obviously not Tom Cruise. There's 0% chance.
The first movie became something that changed a generation. So this is exciting
Cool shot,
to come
though.
back and get in those jets again.
Fightertown, USA. Nice.
We worked with the Navy and the Top Gun school to form.
Okay, I've got questions. Why are they just in normal people civilian? I wish I could fly in a t-shirt. Like, I'm jealous. I have never seen anybody walking to a jet wearing just like normal people t-shirt and all that stuff. It's interesting that they let them do that. Because, you know, fireproof Nomex, it's kind of a thing.
Formulate how to shoot it practically. Because if we're going to do it, we're going to fly in the F-18s.
That's awesome.
The aviation sequences had to be real.
Yeah,
So
and that
our
is real.
actors went through 3 months of grueling training.
Don't know why they have them doing I've never done a push-up next to any jet for any reason.
The Navy says if you eject, you have to be able to survive in the water. So we had to go through that challenge.
Okay, instant respect for this. I hated the helo dunker. I hated water survival in the Navy. I think it's the worst part. I don't like being underwater. And the fact that they made him go through this is not surprising because you need a chamber card and all that stuff to do this, but it's not for me. I'm glad that they get that appreciation because it's not fun. Look at this. She's already cheating. She's ready to go before they're even flipped over. So good for her, though. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Underwater program.
It's intense. You're flipped inverted and
Yeah, it
you're having
sucks.
to try and get out.
It sucks.
From
Yeah,
there,
not a
Tom
fan.
designed this all-encompassing aviation training for all the actors.
I started them out in a single engine airplane.
Dude, that's cool. You got to respect that. I mean, to get that kind of immersion and get into the character, I mean, good for you.
To build up their spatial awareness inside the aircraft.
Oh, wow.
That sucks.
Next, we took them
Bunch
to
of bark
the
bags.
F-39, and they went and flew
Yeah.
aerobatics to feel what it's like in a jet.
Get some speed. Wow.
From there, they'd graduate to the F-18 Super Hornet
Cool. Spared no expense.
and actually launching off an aircraft carrier.
That's awesome. I mean, that's real. All right, back it up. People have asked about this too. So this right here, this little guy right there, people are like, hey, his harness is not fit correctly. False. So that is not his harness. Those are the risers for the parachute. And there's an inertial reel that when you eject, it basically locks and brings the straps back to pull you back into the seat. And then the seat, as the seat fires. So smaller people with smaller, tiny frames, it does. I mean, even there's BFM videos out there of guys and girls or whatever turning around, looking. I've had it happen where you turn and you get under the strap, and then as you move, it does that. It's not a safety hazard. His harness is actually underneath that vest, and so you can't say the harness is not fit properly just because the risers are kind of off like that. So I've seen that a lot. I've defended it before on Instagram. It was like one of the first things people complained about the first trailers, but that's not a real thing. I think though, they may have gone in and CGI'd it back in place or post visual effects, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, just a gee whiz fact. But yeah, there he is at the boat. That's got to be awesome. I mean, he probably had a really good time.
The actors also had to learn how to run the cameras because when they're up in the jet, they have to direct themselves essentially.
Okay, I'm rolling.
I had to really teach them cinematography and the lighting so that they understood what's going to look good on camera.
That's got to be tough. I mean, as an actor, to know all that stuff, to remember the lines, to do all that stuff, you got to respect that.
Angle's great.
Everybody thought it would be impossible for actors to really be in the jets.
All right, see old boy's strap right there? That's just the riser. Nothing. I mean, it just got around, all shoulder, no big deal. But yeah,
In the jets.
But that's the gift that Tom
they really didn't teach him how to G-string right though.
gave us, that by the time we got up there, we could handle it.
Definitely the most amazing thing I've ever done. All the training,
Yeah, that's
100%
awesome.
prepared.
I'm very proud of
So somebody mentioned this scene. Back it on up. Why she's doing this. So typically, right, on land, this would be start 2 because the plane captain would be off to your right. You'd look at him, start 2. This is starting 2. That's what she's doing. But because it's on the boat, there's not a lot of space. Sometimes the plane captain just has to stand wherever there's room. And so she's looking off to her left. This is correct. Like, people got all upset in the first trailer or the last trailer because of this, but no, this is 100% correct. She's starting engine number 2.
I'm very proud of what we all accomplished.
Yeah.
Each one of them are
Pretty cool.
extraordinary.
Okay, again, not a real shot.
It still
Also not
blows
a
my
real
mind
shot.
that we've done this.
Also not a real shot. I mean, really, do I have to say this? That's not a real shot.
There's nothing like it.
This is all superimposed or whatever. So they're right. It is partially true. It is real. Feel the need. Need for speed. Awesome. What did we learn, kids? Don't take this the wrong way. I think it's awesome. Like, I'm just breaking it down, pointing out, what's right and stuff. People really get very excited about this movie, and I'm very excited too, but they also kind of get a little unrealistic. Like, oh, the actors are out there flying Hornets by themselves. Like, no. They got in real jets. They flew in the back of real jets. I think that's awesome. They did that in the first movie too, which is what inspired Tom Cruise to go be a pilot, which I think is great. I mean, he's a real pilot. He did a lot of the stunts in other movies and stuff. But just realistically speaking, it's the U.S. government. They're not going to do anything crazy like that, as much as we would like them to. But yeah, I think it's awesome. It's going to be a great recruiting tool. Probably the acting is going to be better because they actually got to see what it was like to go and fly, and they'll probably be looking in the right direction, where you see some movies where they just don't even know what to do. So they're going to react better and G's and all that stuff. So I think it's awesome that they went all out and did this. Can't wait to see it. Don't know if we're going to do a watch party or not, but if we do, I'll let you know. Otherwise, for sure, after I watch it, though, we'll come back and we'll talk about it and stuff. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. I hope it'll be a good movie, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.